Miniature Realms is proudly sponsored by Income Gaming, Cheltenham's premier friendly local game store. Check the link in the description. Hello, welcome to Miniature Realms. My name's Stuart. Warlord Games have very kindly sent me a copy of ABC Warriors Increase the Peace starter set to take a look at. Currently still up for pre-order on the website, but releasing very soon. You can order the starter set that I'll be reviewing today, an all-in launch collection, which is the starter set and the extra bits. You can buy the rulebook on its own, you can buy the Robo Paratrooper and Mongrel set, and a few other extras as well, which include Rasputin and Volgan Yaks. So as it always seems to be with Warlord Games, you get quite a lot packed in your starter set. It's £75 at full retail price in the UK. I'm not sure the price is in other regions. And you get lots in there. So you obviously get your box with your rulebook, a quick start guide, 2 sets of counters, some decals, your dice, you have a MDF building from Sarissa Precision, you have your tarot cards which you use in the game, your stat cards, and then 2 sides worth of miniatures as well. So it's time to get the cellophane off and see what's in the box. Warlord Games like to give away a free special edition miniature quite often when you buy a starter set from them. In this case it's Howard Quartz, Mr. 10%, and he looks rather charming. The box seems to be in their standard starter set size. I think it's the same size as the Judge Dredd starter, if not very, very close. Black Seas, that kind of thing. So if you've had a starter set from them before, and it's not one of the bolt action ones with loads and loads of extra miniatures in, and it's a skirmish game, this probably matches what you've seen already. Lovely full colour and full contents. When we open up the inside, we're met with something very familiar as well if you're used to Warlord Games. All the miniatures are very nicely packed in bubble wrap, and then everything else is bagged up. So those are your standard dice. You get enough of their style bases for the game, and then you've got 2 sets of coloured counters and markers. This is their standard 2000 AD design, so they're going to be the same as the ones you find in Judge Dredd as well, just at different colours. So let's move all the miniatures out of the way for now, and we can have a closer look at the rest. This box here is where your tarot cards are, which you use in the game, and they're really, really nice looking, well produced cards, all full colour, feel very, very good quality. The next little bag we have what looks to be the stat cards and the decals as well, so a few other little bits and bobs in here. So as usual, you have the nice little card to show you who has packed it, and then we have the unit stat cards. So there's 1 set for each of the standard robot units you have in the starter set. A set of decals which you can put on the MDF terrain after you finish painting it. And then 2 more stat cards, and these are much, much bigger, and therefore the big guys themselves leading your little groups, your little war bands. The next bit of paperwork is a quick start booklet. Well, I really like these if you're coming in new to the system, and I'm new to the system, and by system I mean the one that drives Slain and Judge Dredd as well. I still haven't played any games of it, even though I've painted some Judge Dredd miniatures. This is very, very handy, and you've got a really nice rules summary there as well, so it's always good when you're picking up a starter set new, moving to the small booklet first and working your way through the scenarios. It always gets a thumbs up in my view. So here's your rulebook. We'll come back and have a more detailed look through that towards the second half of the video. But here is your MDF terrain, which you get inside, which is cool. It's a really nice thing to put in a starter set, and I'm sure that Sarissa Precision will have a range of supporting terrain that will also be available on the Warlord website. So the first miniatures we're going to have a look at are the 3 Volgan AK-47s. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I'm an expert on ABC Warriors. I'm really not. It's not a comic that I've read. I'm aware of it, but that is it. I'm much more comfortable in my wheelhouse with some Judge Dredd stuff. But I'm going to have lots of fun looking at these miniatures and painting them up, and I'll be doing a few videos in this series and learning as I go along. And the first thing that struck me is how firm the resin feels. I don't know if this is a increased or new formula again of Warlord resin, but in these miniatures at least it feels even firmer. There's hardly any mold lines, and really, really very impressed with these. So now we get to the Volcan miniature itself, and this is also in the same resin, and I guess it is Warlord resin. It does have a little bit of flex to the thinner parts, but it feels pretty chunky and feels very, very, very firm. Doesn't feel rubbery at all, apart from in the very smallest of extremities, which do have a little bit of give to them still. But it's pretty good, and it's very, very clean. So anyone that's, again, still worried about Warlord resin, I don't think you need to be worried about these miniatures at all. They're crisp cast, and they look like they're going to be easy enough to clean up. Now we're on to the other side. We're on to the Hammersteins. And again, same resin, 3 head options here, so you don't have the extra multiple options. But again, very, very similar. A little bit more to clean off on the feet and things, but the resin is that same resin again, which, as I said, I'm pretty sure it's Warlord resin. I've seen lots of the new Formula Warlord resin already, but maybe it's just because they're slightly bigger, chunkier miniatures, and I've seen them in that sense. But yeah, they definitely feel pretty firm, and they're going to be pretty easy to clean up. In fact, let's get a file and just give it a little bit of a file and see if it does it on camera. And it files what feels like almost normally there, so I don't think you're going to have any issues at all cleaning these miniatures up and getting them to a really good state for painting. Now on to the final miniature, which is Sergeant Hammerstein. Again, same as the others, same material, hardly anything to clean up. I think these miniatures will build up in no time at all, and I think they'll paint up relatively quickly as well, and that's something I want to demonstrate when I do a painting tutorial coming up soon. Miniature Realms is proudly sponsored by Baron of Dice, premium wargaming dice. Over 500 styles, over 4,000 customer reviews. Welcome to the best dice on the planet. So let's have a look at the rulebook. So we have a beautifully produced, as always, full colour rulebook from Warlord Games. Full colour on the inside. I mean, look at that artwork on the rear page there. That is very, very nice. We'll just check the number of pages for you, but I think it's 123 there, including the index. So a decent sized rulebook, especially for it to be full colour. You have your cards inside as well there, your tarot cards, and I'm assuming if you buy the rulebook on its own, you can photocopy those parts and cut them out. But it's full of some really, really beautiful, fantastic artwork, and that's some of the limit of what you'll get from me here. Not knowing anything about ABC Warriors, I don't want to make any comments about the game that is completely uninformed. The artwork though is amazing, and my genuine first reaction to this is, wow, that's cooler than I thought it was going to be. This artwork really, really interests me, and I think I'll be doing some reading up on this. The game layout looks very similar to Judge Dredd, and I'm sure Slain as well, which I don't own, but I definitely own the Judge Dredd stuff. So I think if you're familiar with those games and you like the universe, you're getting more of what I hope you already like, I imagine, in this game. So if you're a fan of those games from Warlord Games, you're more of the stuff you like here. And yeah, this artwork is just really, really nice. I mean, look at that. That is fantastic stuff. So I won't attempt to discuss any of the profiles for you. I'll leave you to discuss that with the people who know. There we go, more absolutely awesome artwork in there. I'm looking forward to finding some time to sit and read through this book, but I'll be painting the miniatures first, I think, and then I will probably grab my son and work my way through those quick start scenarios, because that's definitely the way to learn, and then I can delve further into this rule book and work out what I want to do afterwards. Again, look at that, for awesome artwork. I love the way this book is presented, so full props there with how well it's been put together and laid out, because some of the artwork in there is truly fantastic. So all in all, a really nice starter set package there from Warlord Games, and that doesn't surprise me. They're very good at putting these kind of things together, and thank you again to them for sending me this to have a look at, and hopefully it will give a few of you who are maybe on the fence about it or didn't even know about the game to go and have the chance to look at it yourself and decide whether you want to get into it. As I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not an expert on ABC Warriors at all. It's just not something I've ever read. I was aware of it, and that's about it. But the miniatures definitely interest me, and I'm looking forward to painting them. I think I'll be able to paint them relatively quickly as well. They're large, chunky miniatures, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to demonstrate some techniques in order to help you guys get them on the table quick enough should you decide to pick up this starter set. I got to see quite a few of these close up when I was at the Warlord Games open day, and I think Kirsten's painted these. They're really, really, really nice, and there's lots of nice things to come for this game as well. So for painters out there who like to paint in comic book style and have comic book style miniatures and things, I think you've got lots of treats on the way, and I'll definitely be looking forward to trying out a few of these. And I'll get this bit of terrain painted up as well, because again, that rusty metal like that, and they'll paint up very, very easily. And maybe I'll do a short tutorial for that as well. Let me know in the comments what you think. Of course, you get your charming little Howard Quartz special edition miniature as well, and he looks pretty fun there, with his umbrella and talking on the phone. Very, very cool. So let me know what you think. Does it look like an interesting starter set? Is something you've been considering yourself? Would you like to see painting tutorials on the channel for each of the sets of robots, and maybe for their bosses as well? Maybe Howard Quartz, maybe the bit of terrain. Let me know if it's something that would interest you. I will definitely be doing some, but if they go well and you guys are interested in seeing more painting tutorials, I'll definitely be looking to add more of them on the channel for this game. If you are new to the channel because of this video, please do check out the other videos. I cover an awful lot of Warlord Games' products and games, but also lots of other stuff as well, including lots of Warhammer the Old World at the moment, something that's big on the channel. So lots and lots of stuff. Pretty much any war game is fair game, and that remains so in the channel's Discord as well. There's a link in the show description or video description there, so you head over, click on the link, and you can join the Discord. There's lots of very, very friendly people there, happy to talk painting and toy soldiers and rules and things, but in a very chilled and laid back way, not like some of the dark places of the internet these days. If you've been a supporter of the channel for a little bit longer and like to support it further, I do have a Patreon. There's a link there as well, so click the link and have a little look at the options there, but no pressure at all. And if you've enjoyed the video, do consider giving it a like. It really helps it get seen by other people and helps the algorithm and all of that kind of stuff. But thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you soon.